Bonjour les gens, how are you today? Today I want to introduce you to one of our speakers. His name is Gerald Martins, and he's a packaging engineer with 20 years experience in packaging engineering in the luxury segment in beauty. So today, Gerald, I want to ask you, what do you think the challenges of the beauty and the luxury industry are regarding sustainability? What do you think we should look for, and what are the challenges right now?
Obviously, sustainability and circular economy is one of the dominant topics of the time. It's no secret. And there is no brand that can escape to take position on the topic. Big or small, new or legacy, they all have to be in that conversation. That's the major expectation of consumers. And the industry had been a bit late to tackle the issue. If you compare that to other industries like the food industry, who is more advanced in terms of reducing their impact. The beauty industry is certainly less impactant than the food industry, but if you compare for example, a typical food product with a typical beauty product, in a food product, packaging is really a minor part of the product, as opposed to beauty, where packaging is often dominant in the product. When you look at a perfume bottle, you see all that glass for a relatively small amount of product. When you look at a lipstick, for example, you have 10 times more packaging than formula in the lipstick. So for these reasons, it's important that the beauty industry handles the issue of sustainability. And by the way, the issue is complex, technically and business-wise. There is no silver bullet. If there was, everybody would have found it and put it to work, and we wouldn't be here discussing this. So every problem is special, and it depends a lot on how the company itself wants to position itself against this background.
And also I wanted to ask, what do you think is working right now? What do you think the beauty and the luxury industry are doing well?
The first item that the industry handled was recyclability. The real thing that we want to avoid is waste. And in that respect, recycling is, of course, a solution avoiding that what we use becomes waste because we recycle it and put it back in the loop. So logically, this was the first item that was handled by the industry. It is also the one, we must say, that is the less disrupting for the business models, because making packaging recyclable doesn't change fundamentally the business model. Now, next question, what is not so well working? The rest is not working. And if you think about the 3R, reduce, reuse, recycle. This is a cycle that has to be taken in that order. To be sustainable, you have to start at the beginning by reducing, then doing everything you can for keeping the thing you have produced in the loop. Producing a packaging that you are going to dispose of after one use, that's ridiculous. 80 years ago, this was unthinkable. Packaging had high value, and you wouldn't think about discarding it. You would reuse it. That was the default option. So we have to come back to this, because this is really where the value is. By all means, many times more efficient than single use, even when you recycle. It's key to recycle, of course, but that shouldn't be the only thing we do. It should be the last thing we do when we have done everything else.
Thank you very much, Gerald. Now I want to ask you, do you think the reuse model or reusability is the future of beauty, and how can we create value and make a way for this solution to be implemented more generally?
Yes, I definitely think that the future of everything, including beauty, is in the reuse. Keeping what we have produced in the loop as long as possible, and only when the product breaks or ceased function, then okay, we can consider replacing it by a new one, but otherwise keep using it. So of course this is a concept. It's not easy rethinking the supply chain, rethinking the collaboration between, the brands, distribution, the role of the consumer. Everything has to be re-engineered in some way. But this is, to me, the challenge for the.
So thank you very much, Gérald, for all these insights. I want to ask you, why did you join Ressources? And why did you want to be part of the journey that we're building for the beauty industry?
In my experience, I saw that this topic is still confusing even for the professionals. But at the same time, I see that this industry has to change and has to change dramatically in order to stay relevant into the future. And I would like to help the industry to make that journey.
Thank you, Gérald, for this insight. And now, if you want to learn more how, as a marketing professional, how to implement sustainability into your product portfolio, we have developed content especially for you. Because even though sustainability is an industry-wide issue that we all have to take on, how, as a marketing professional, you can develop new product and make your portfolio better and clean up your portfolio with your beauty brand so that you are able to offer more sustainable options. So this is what's available on the packaging course. Then we are developing the marketing course as well for claims. We are also working on a formulation course. So we give you a 360 view of everything's at stake regarding sustainability and how to tackle it, and we want to give you the power back into your product development job, into your marketing job. So as a marketer, you have the power again to make stronger decisions. Thank you.